Hello everybody, welcome to another Solo Cup or English video, because I have decided to do this in English language so that it can reach more people than only in Czech or Slovak countries. So I'm sorry, fellow citizens, milí priatelia, ale bude to po anglicky, aby tie pravidlá sa dostali k čo najviac ľuďom. Because I have the rule sheet here, the help sheet or what. You know, the solo mode in Cyberpunk 2077 Gangs of Night City, Night City of course, have been broken or was broken. I know, I have read the the developer's diary from Come On Games, where they say that it is a good solo mode, but I know what can happen when you are preparing a product. Any product, you are too deep in it, and you are so deep in it that you don't see what the new player will see. So also when I started to play this game, which is great by the way, and I play it only solo and intend to play it maybe one day with somebody else, but I don't have really the mood to explain the rules and the cards and so on. I like when it's going fast, and the solo mode is good. Solo mode is good for that. So when you start to play it, you will see that Johnny Silverhand, the legendary edge runner, will whoop your sitting parts, as they say, and also the enemy gang will be pretty hard to beat. Depends on many factors, but that's just the way it is, okay? And the people in the forums on, for example, BGG, say the same thing. There are exceptions, of course. If you are very strategic, you can win maybe from the beginning on, but it's hard, and it can get, to be honest, pretty repetitive, because and this video is for those of you who already played the game and know the rules. So if you don't know, because there are many videos with the basics, so I will push the basics away and stick to what the interest us solo players, which is the fixation of this broken solo mode. And it has been done not by me, so to say. I only play tested it many times with different gangs and it works. I have tried 1, 2, 3 gangs of 4 of the basic core box, because that's the only one I have, and it works. So let us maybe jump straight into it. I have, as the first thing I have to say, it depends, if you will love the solo mode and the game itself, it depends very much also from that if you love the genre of cyberpunk and this specific franchise too, because I admit I haven't played the video game, but I have read the rules of Cyberpunk Red and the RPG, and know the lore of Cyberpunk, maybe in a little bit, maybe medium, but I love the lore of it, okay? And there are 2 huge Cyberpunk franchises, this one and then the Shadowrun, which has elves or orcs or these fantasy elements in it, but I'm not a huge fan of that, so we will stick to Cyberpunk 2077. And Keanu Reeves has Johnny Silverhand. By the way, in this arm I have, you see, it has been operated, and inside is a titanium, how they call it, you know, a stick with. It's just really, it holds together the bone and the arm and the muscles grew on that arm a little bit, yeah. Oh, okay, no, but fun aside, so I'm a little bit feeling like Johnny Silverhand, and also I played guitar a long time ago, so I really love that figure. Sorry for this, well, okay, so to the rules. I have printed 3 sheets of rules. There is a cheat sheet, it's all on BGG by the way. There is a cheat sheet or a rules summary on 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. It's just a quick overview with modules. And these modules I use in the solo game, and I have written the modules which aren't in the summary here, so I have it all before my eyes. I haven't used yet Trauma Team because I'm waiting for some proxy models. Trauma Team, Team and the Taxi Delamine module, or how to call it. I'm waiting for those two, but not that they will not especially change the drive of the game, or maybe the drive, yes, but not the solo experience. So then a guy whose name I cannot pronounce have made the solo rules improved. Also, the first version he had made about 4 versions. The first have 4 pages, and it's pretty useful to see how, because you can see he's really a great fan, or maybe a fanatic even, and he really did a good job. So you can also get inspired. I got inspired by these rules, but they are, for my taste, too much. Because, for example, the AI gets its own net running. No, this is the yeah, here. It's get its own net running tracker. You know. So, and I really don't want to play the Automa too complicated. I just want to stick to the simple, to the simplicity. Make it challenging but simple. So I don't use the Automa net running tracker. And this is a great thing too, that you can play not only Johnny Silverhand but any other edge runner as the legendary edge runner, which is great. But I stick to Johnny because here's Johnny, and yeah. So also a very helpful stuff is this one page also in the BGG files section. And now to the modules which fix you the game. It's they are from the same guy who made this, and the modules are called 2 are from him and the 3rd is from another guy. The one module is Minor Edge Runner, which adds to the AI gang an edge runner, which is genius. So if at the end of the round of the AI gang isn't the leader with the most street cred, it randomly draws a card and gets an edge runner. And it puts him randomly on a map. You draw a card of a district, yeah? And there happens, in that moment, whatever would happen if he would if he would check in a regular unit, yeah. So if you put out for him a, let's say, netrunner, then it means that your netrunner track is going -1 and he is getting +2 street cred, yeah, for example, okay. If it's a solo unit, then he starts a fight if he's in a district, emerging in a district where your units are standing. So and I'm sorry I'm not showing it on the playmat, but I mean, why would I? Yeah, because the video is for all of those of you who know the rules and who are experienced a bit with the game, so you know what I'm talking about, I guess. So this is and you can find this module, the rules of this module, again on BGG, so no problem with that. And this is the minor edge runner, okay? So, and yes, when the legendary edge runner goes to the district when this minor edge runner is of the AI gang, the AI gang is wiped out, but the minor edge runner fights with the legendary edge runner, and it's 2 cards against 3 cards. When the legendary is Johnny, yeah, 3 cards against 2 cards of the minor edge runner because he's minor, and he can win. And Johnny will just stay with him in the district. They both would stay in the same district. Now, this is the second module, which is a very funny one because it lets you gamble. And I guess the spirit of Cyberpunk, the lore at least, is... the cat is again in the window. See? Okay. Well, there is always a little bit of gambling involved. So, what if I told you that the fighting cards, now you will use also dice, and it's done by I will show you. Now let's say that my solo comes into this district and starts a fight, and I have these two cards on my hand at the moment. So I want to use the card with the 4 symbols, okay? And it has some specialty. It's a Czech version. Oh, wait a minute, I always forget. Okay, never mind. You can when you win when you have the most symbols, you can just choose which enemy unit after you have won the fight you want to kill. Okay. Now normally I would use this and have 4 symbols and hope that the enemy draws from the deck. It's the Maelstrom gang, so they will draw 3 cards. I would hope that they will draw some lower symbol count, and it's here. And it's much more symbols. So they will stick to the card with the most symbols, which is this one. But in this module, in this fighting module, they don't win automatically. They are going to roll that many dice, and we are going to roll this many dice. And 5s and 6s are successes, and the one with the more successes wins. So, first for us, I will use 4 dice, because I had 4 symbols. Yes, I roll. And I have, well, no successes, but this is what gambling is about. So, he will, I think, definitely will win. He will roll 6. He will roll 6, so the first 3, and already he has 1 success. We don't need to roll anymore. That means that the enemy gang killed our solo here. Yep. And that's the fighting method. So that was the fighting method with dice. I really enjoy it. It's not for everybody maybe, but it makes the game again a little bit more spicy when it comes to fighting, because now it's not guaranteed that you are gonna win the fight or the enemy is gonna win the fight. Sometimes you can win even with 1 gun symbol against 5 gun symbols when you are lucky with the roll and the enemy is unlucky with the roll. But of course, this is you mitigate this, because you need the probability of rolling high is higher with more symbols. So you still want to upgrade your weapons, but you don't need to upgrade them so quickly, and so it doesn't have to be a priority, because this way you just can win the fight with Johnny without having the most powerful weapons, which made many players pretty much nervous, that they had to, instead of concentrating on net running with the voodoo people, or how we call them, they had to concentrate on getting bigger guns. Yes, getting bigger guns is good if you are playing with the Maelstrom, which I enjoy very much, because they are streamlined, they are just going for the kill. It's crazy people. But using dice is, I think, personally, more spicy, as I said. And if you want, you can play the way that as a success will count not only 5 and 6, but also 4. This way there is much more shooting. But I stick to the 5s and 6s. For me, it goes just perfectly well. Even if there are some ties. Sometimes there are ties, but that's normal in any game, so nothing happens. The gangs just, the miniatures just stay where they are, and nothing happened. Nobody gets any street cred. So that was the combat dice module. And the last one, and this is the most funny one, maybe the most funny one, and it really makes the game much more balanced and gives you much bigger chances to, if not to win, not to get too far behind. This was the sentence I was searching for in my brain for the last 15 minutes. Not to be left too far behind. Because, if you played this, you have seen how the enemy gang and how the legendary edge runner are running away from you with really high point street cred gaining, and they gain it fast. Now, how to block this in an organic way, in a natural way, in a very thematic way. Again, this guy who comes with these solo rules and modifications, the same guy from BGG, all the credit goes to him, by the way. He's got Canadian flag at his name, so hello to Canada, homie, and thank you for the good work. So this is called Night City Police Department Module, NCPD, and it is called Most Wanted. He calls it Most Wanted Module, and it means that at the end of each round, or whoever just finished his round, if he is the leader, you put on his card or on his token or on the street creds, you put some police token there, or a police miniature. If you have a riot police miniature, it would be nice. I'm still waiting for my proxy. So you put it on his card, and that signalizes that this somebody made too much noise on the streets. So the police, maybe the MaxTech specialists, are going on for him. And that means on the next turn he has, if he still is leading, he cannot do all of his things he can do other way. Now what this means, if the player is first, is the leader with the street creds, and the police is on him, then he can use only one of the two activations normally he has. Only one. If he wants to reclaim, he reclaims as usual, but he can get only one new unit. So it doesn't matter if he had 3, 2 or 4 hideouts, he can get only one new unit, because the police is everywhere looking after them, yeah? So it's thematically, it's very nice. I added some minor changes to that as I was playing around with it and testing it. So, but the basic idea is from this Canadian guy. So, yeah, that's the player. Then when the edge runner is the leader, which happened so many times with Johnny, his all activation is going away. You can put the police token next to him, throw it on the district where he is standing to signalize that his next turn is not going to happen. He has to go back into his hideout and stay there, stay put until the police goes away. And this is important to mention, that the police will never push on you twice. They will come after you just one time. If you are leading again the next turn, they already left to do some different job. So this way you never block somebody, you never force the blocking of somebody. Yeah. So Johnny Silverhand is first. He gets hit on by the police. The next time he is still first, but this time the police is already doing some other job elsewhere. So and the third option with the police is when the gangs are leaders. This option is that you have on your turn, you have reclaimed. Now the gang is going, and the gang is leading the street cred. Okay, so what happens? The gang is going to to draw not 3 cards of districts, but only 2 cards, and put only 2 units on the map, not 3 units. Because again, the police is everywhere in the city searching after them, but still they are quite mobile, and there is many of them. So at least those 2 districts, they can hire some new guys. And yeah, these are the main rules, the fixes. I call them fixes. I'm not saying by any means that I'm some kind of genius who used other people's ideas to fix the game, because that would be an overstatement or so. But from my personal experience, I have played this game. By the way, the last night, all night, till 4 o'clock in the morning because it was so much fun testing all these ideas, putting them together and tweaking them here and there. And I got to the final, to this final picture that I used the most wanted NCPD module, the minor edge runner module, and the combat dice module. And I'm sure you can tweak them even more, but there, at least for me, as I said before, there has to be some line, and after crossing this line, the game starts to fall apart. Yeah, it's not anymore what it used to be. It's going some different way, and that's not good anymore. That's not what I wanted to do. I only wanted to get a better balance and stay thematic. And with these modules, this I think was a success. So thanks for all the community who are coming up with these great ideas, and it was an honor for me to test them and to put them together and to present you this mine version, my view on the whole package with these modifications. So thank you very much for watching and enjoy the game. It's really cool, and it maybe suffered from some negative solo reviews, just like, by the way, the tiny epic Game of Thrones suffered. And yes, the criticism was all right, because there really was some problems. But again, the BGG community was great. Was it the BGG? Yeah, I think all these modifications are sooner or later in the file section of these games. So the community really did a great job, and Tiny Epic Game of Thrones became one of my favorite area control games. And actually, I wasn't into area control before, but now I am. It's through GOT Tiny Epic and through this Cyberpunk Knights of Gang City. Yeah, sure. Thank you for watching again, and sorry, moji priatelia slovenský, český, že to nebolo v našich jazykoch, ale nech z toho má čo najviac ľudí nejaký úžitok. Bye bye, see you later, alligator, solo fish.